Hello and welcome back to the Doxa Conspiracy. We're playing Gone Home. This is the second part of the complete walkthrough. So far, we don't really know what's going on. We know that there was a mother and a father who lived here, and their daughter, and I'm also another one of their daughters. And my sister was crazy. Potentially is crazy. I don't know. Unknown dimension literature. I heard a creaking sound. That is concerning. Like I said in my last video, as far as I know, this isn't a horror game, but it definitely has an atmosphere about it that makes it seem that way. Anyway, so the crazy girl, or used to be crazy girl, ran away, I guess, for some reason, and we don't know why. We just got home from a long trip. Mom and Dad aren't home, and my sister has gone away. Watercolor technique for florals and still lifes. I think I'll pass on that. As we noted previously, this room was actually in disarray when we found it. Mitten, our cat, by Caitlin, age 5. Oh, so I drew that. I'm Caitlin. As you can see, my passport proves. What is that noise? Just toothpaste. What do we have here? Okay. Such an elaborate house. After the honeymoon, rediscovering your spouse personally, spiritually, sexually, by Reverend Alexander Michaels. Okay. We'll just put that back. I don't need to know my parents' habits. I'm still not entirely sure what my goal is here, except to figure out what's going on. I do know there's a locked door downstairs. What the hell? Katie, Mom and Dad were going to make up the guest room for you to stay in over the summer, but you came home on such short notice that they weren't around to do it. You can use my room if you want. I won't be needing it anymore. Sam. Sam is the crazy sister. Here's Samantha's composition book, a ghost hunter journal. A tall shadow in the upstairs hall. When I rounded the corner, no one was there. How tall was Uncle Oscar? No, I was not wearing my glasses. Okay, nothing has happened yet to indicate this is a horror game, but in the previous video I found some note about the electrics being shoddy despite everything electrically being okay, and now this Ghost Hunter journal. I haven't seen anything else to indicate there's ghosts in this game, but I'm getting suspicious. Anyway, September 3rd. A faint voice coming from the bottom of the stairs. I said hello. Did not investigate. Probably was the furnace. September 9th. Poured milk from carton in fridge. It was spoiled. Pretty sure I read that spirits can sour milk. Ghost milk. September 20th. Lonnie says she feels a pressure in the TV room. I suddenly begin to feel cold. We build a protective pillow fort. Well, that'll keep the ghosts out. I could go for a good pillow fort right now. October 1st. Lonnie and I employ Ouija board as a medium. Disturbing messages are conveyed from the other side. Oscar is definitely here. October 8th. Enlisted Lonnie to stay up all night and help patrol premises, recording any signs of otherworldly presence. Lonnie reported many sightings, but all remained unconfirmed. Possible ectoplasm in the attic, probably due to leaky roof. Sample taken just in case. Despite our best efforts, we both fell asleep around 4 a.m. All in all, a successful night. Okay. I am concerned now. It's probably nothing. I sincerely doubt this is a horror game. Nothing has really led me to believe it would be at this point. But I'm totally just waiting for something to jump out at me. Performance evaluation for... For Richard Patermack? Is this Ranger Rick from The Note? And that lent her the Walt Whitman book. All 5s across the board. Ranger Patermack has been indispensable during the course of the prescribed burn preparation and execution. I believe his expertise and dedication has been the deciding factor in the success of a very complex and challenging conservation effort. In the opinion of the Flintlock Forest staff, Rick's contributions to daily operations have become essential to the outfit's continuing success. To this end, I will be formally submitting paperwork requesting his permanent reassignment to this facility. Not a fan of the lightning. No, 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 no. Halloween show, The Misfits. Don't forget your costume. See you there. Stygian Lounge. That sounds like a fun place to go. I think I'd like to go.
Sometimes you just have to lie to Mom and Dad. Like when Lonnie asked me to see a band with her and stay over at her friend's place in the city after. That's a lie to Mom and Dad situation. But it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud and real and awesome. And everybody was moving together like one huge tide of sound. Between 2 songs, Lonnie leaned over and said, "How do you like your first show?" I was so happy. I felt tears starting in my eyes. And then she up and hugged me. I think she could tell.
It's starting to sound like there is a relationship situation between Samantha and this Lonnie girl. Heavens to Betsy, nothing can stop me. no. Just no. Healthy choices. Skills for a healthful life. Lonnie, holy crap, I was in the library and I noticed something in the corner, and I found a secret passage, and it had Oscar's creepy old stuff in it. Oh my god, I have got to see this. We're skipping 6th. What? Okay, so this secret passage is between the closet in Mom and Dad's room and the library. I was not expecting this from this game. I thought this was going to be some art house game or something. Something experimental, but stuff is happening. So I guess that makes this the sewing room. What is this? Sam's dark room. Do not enter if red lights are on. Let's check out that secret passage. Whoops. I hit shift to sprint, but it's zoom. Alright, the secret passage is in here. Oh, hell no. What is this? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Ghost Hunters, Sam and Lonnie's secret house investigation log. Hidden compartments found, 3. The library, the upstairs hall, and the foyer, or foyer. Evidence of the supernatural discovered, 0. The search continues. Alright, so we've got one directly across the hall from Sam's room. One in the library, which is where this passage goes to. It's in the corner. And then one in the foyer in the corner. Is the foyer that first room we were in? No, I think that's the room with the stairway, because there's a stairway on the map, duh. Oh, they're marked on the map. Well, that's convenient. What are these? Articles, old articles for clothing or advertisements. Oh, that lightning. Oh, more copies of that book. The Misfits, Saturday on October 9th, plus special guests, Maidenhead, Stygia.
At Todd's brother's place after the show, there was only a futon to sleep on, so Lonnie and I shared it. The lights went out. I was turned toward her. My eyes started to adjust, and then I could see she was looking at me, too. In the dark, she smiled. My heart was beating so fast. I rolled over. I felt so, nervous. After a minute, she put her arm around me and was so close and whispered in my ear, "I really like you." I just nodded my head, and I really hope she could tell. I really hope that she meant what I think she did. I felt like a shook-up can of soda ever since. I hope we have the chance to talk before I explode.
Alright, I'm still not sure how Samantha's relationship with Lonnie relates to the story. Okay, so what we know so far, we arrived in the AM, no one was home, there was a note on the door of Samantha saying she ran away, basically. It didn't say that precisely, it said she wouldn't be coming back. And no one's here. Presumably, if she ran away, Mom and Dad would be looking for her, so that's why they're not here. This is 1995, so I guess cell phones aren't a thing yet. Or they're a thing, but they're not common. So no text messages or anything like that to know what's going on. I already saw that in the last video. And Lonnie and Samantha were having... I heard something. What was that? Anyway, these two girls are presumably having a relationship of sorts. That hasn't been said yet. Samantha wanted it to happen. Haunting and poltergeists. Find out the truth behind stories that were familiar even to our pagan ancestors. The Heaven at the Edge of the World, Samantha Greenbrier, Grade 2, Story, The Turtle People, Part 1. Captain Allegra looked off at the ocean. It went on forever, or so it seemed. Someday she would find the edge and get to the paradise there. Then she heard a cannon fire. Boom! It was the Black Pirate ship. She yelled, "I thought we lost them at Horse Island." The first mate said, "Looks like you thought too soon." The black ship came up along the side. Captain Black himself came out on the deck of the black ship. He yelled to Captain Allegra, "You're never gonna find the edge. There ain't no paradise, and your father were a liar." Captain Allegra yelled back, "Then why do you keep following us, you imbecile?" The first mate yelled out, "We'll stop you, Captain Black. We'll find the edge of this world, and you'll see her father was no liar." I heard something. Oh well. The battle kept going until Captain Allegra's ship got away. "Now west," she said, and the ship sailed towards the sunset. That was pretty good for a second grader. I'm really starting to get a bad feeling about this game. That something is going to jump out at me at some point. Alright. So there's another one here. We're in the TV room now. So it should be right over here. Half of Sam's locker combo added to backpack. Private, do not read. The Green Glacier Part 2, Heaven at the Edge of the World. 9th grade. Oh, it's the same story, but 7 years later. In the last video I skipped some of these, but I think I'll go ahead and read this one. Allegra and her scouting party peered down warily through the dense canopy of rustling leaves from their perch high in the forest branches. Mere feet away, sunlight shone brightly off the inner ice walls of the glacial basin in which the forest grew. It was a strange sight indeed, such lushness juxtaposed with the frigid ice formations. Allegra leapt forward without hesitation, bounding through the high branches. The first mate had been captured by the Green Glacier's Amazonian tribe. His life hung in the balance. "We have to hurry." Allegra's party followed behind. moving quietly as a breeze through the greenery. One thing I have to mention, I just can't let it go. I know this character's in 9th grade, but whatever. Dialogue goes on a separate line. Anyway. Allegra landed in the clearing and shouted, "Stop!" She saw the Queen Amazonian up on her pedestal, reaching for the lever that would drop her first mate into the vat below. She shouted, "No!" and flung her saber at the Amazon's reaching hand, but it was too late. The first mate screamed as he fell toward the water, then splashed down, and all was eerily silent. Allegra looked on, frozen in fear and remorse. She had been a moment too late. Lightning. Anyway, but then, from the vat, something began to emerge. A head of dark brown hair, just like the first mate's. Then the shoulders and sleeves of his coat, soaking wet. But as the figure stood and the water poured down, Allegra saw that the first mate had changed. He was no longer a man at all. In fact, what looked back at her were the eyes, the face, the hair and hands, and body of a woman, still in the first mate's clothes. Still the first mate, she spoke in a soft, clear voice. "Captain?" Well, that's a strange turn of events. The Amazonian queen said, "She is one of us now. She is ours." Allegra drew her magical flintlock pistols from her belt, and her crew readied their swords. Allegra glared into the queen's eyes and said, "That's the love of my life, and you can't have her." Okay. Allegra seems to be taking everything in stride. There is the shoddy plaque we read about in the previous video, in part 1. Alright, where's the other one? The other one is upstairs in the middle of a hallway. So we're gonna go up here, turn right, left. Okay. There's the Ouija board, or Ouija board. There's the other part of the combination. 1, hello. The answer was... Okay, this is... Yeah, I heard a creak. Definitely heard a creak. Anyway, this looks like her talking on the Ouija board. Hello, and the response was, "Hello, who are you? Oscar, what do you want to come back?" Oh, I don't want to turn around. There's gonna be something there. Okay, there's not. Okay, so we have what we need to open the locker, I believe. 0501. What do we have here? A picture of Lonnie.
Lonnie came over today. But everything was different. She was sitting at my desk chair, and she wouldn't look at me. Finally, I asked her what was going on. She said she felt like she'd done something wrong that night in the city. Like I must think... But I said no. There was nothing wrong. I just wanted to say... But I couldn't find the words. I felt like I was gonna cry, but I wasn't sad. She got up and sat next to me on the bed. I looked at her. "Lonnie, Do you think you could ever... And that's when she kissed me.
Oh, well, the story's going happy enough so far. Basement key. Why did she have the basement key locked up? Morley cigarettes. I think Morley's are the famous fake cigarette brand used in most productions. I remember the cigarette smoking man in the X-Files smoked Morley's. Gentleman, the magazine for men. Okay. I don't think that there's any question about what's going on with Samantha anymore. Well, at least not in this regard. Speaking of the X-Files, finally, Gillian Anderson. Mentioned on the cover. Okay. Well, we have the key to the basement. Which I assume is the one locked door we know of. I'm not sure how to use items. Maybe this isn't the basement. It has to be. The attic is locked, but the key says basement. But it still says locked. I remember out here when I had to unlock this door, it looked like it presented me with the option to unlock door. So I'm assuming I just have the wrong key. Author magazine. The blank page, how 20 top authors conquer it. I wish this was a real magazine. I want to read that because I have not conquered the blank page. I have been trying to write for many years, and there have been many blank pages. So where's the basement? It has to be on this floor, and there's not much to this floor. What's this? I never was here before. I guess this is the basement, and that looks scary as hell. Apparently no one ever goes down here. I certainly don't want to. Dear Samantha, I would like to cordially thank you for having me to your abode for the Thanksgiving holiday with your lovely family. I enjoyed the flavorful potatoes, and also it was weird being around your parents for that long. but it was pretty funny how impossible it is for your dad not to be awkward for more than 30 seconds at a time. Very cordially yours, your close friend and confidant, Lonnie D. And a picture of the fancy man. What a strange letter. Dear Miss DeSoto, allow me to take this opportunity to thank you in kind for being such a gracious host of the festivities at your father's estate following the aforementioned meal with my parents. Your family's Thanksgiving feast was the more enjoyable of the two events, I must say. I especially appreciated the time I spent with your grandmother, who was a lovely woman with sterling taste and a refined air. I heard a sound to my right. Stop it, sounds. Let's do it again, same time next year, shall we? Indeed. Madame Samantha Greenbrier, Esquire. Oh, a light. S plus L. What?
It's different now. I mean, we still hang out all the time like before. But now when no one else is around... Well, you know. So you could say we're dating. But it's secret. Secret dating? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the real difference. Now when we get off the phone, or go home for the night, or it's just quiet and we're alone, we say I love you.
Okay. I do not like this place. And I'm still not sure why I needed a basement key. The basement wasn't, or maybe it was locked. I never tried it before. It was probably the door I came in. And maybe I did try it and just forgot. Okay, I found one of these upstairs. Oh, this is mine. Okay, so Samantha's... She did a story. She did it in the form of a weird story that I didn't entirely read, but that is in the last video if you want to pause and check it out. And here's mine. My character being Caitlin, remember? And mine is very proper, very good. I guess I'm boring. Samantha's definitely more interesting. I don't know, though. That's a strange thing about this game. It's all about character, but I don't know much about myself. Wow. Huh. Mom's citizenship stuff. So we weren't originally from the United States? Oh, she was from Canada. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll wait on that. On that particular passageway. What is with all the darkness? Yolanda? Who is Yolanda? CO, Hector, and Marie DeSoto. To Miss... Or that's who it's from. To Miss Samantha Greenbrier, 1 Arbor Hill, Blah blah. USA. Roar. Dear Sam, I'm so happy you liked the drawing. I was thinking of us when I drew it. I knew you'd be able to tell. You love Mexico. I think probably the nature here is totally different than back home. I keep thinking about Allegra and the first mate lost on a mysterious island where even the plants are out to get them. And then I think of them together, out there in the wilderness together, and I start thinking of you again. I lie here in bed and I can almost feel you. I've been trying to save it up for when we're together again. I haven't done a good job, okay? But I tried. I think I know what she's... We'll just move on. Okay, enough about that. Your last letter got to me the day before we start driving back north. We'll be racing this letter home. If I get home first, we can read it together. And yes, I'm taking tons of photos. We'll have to spend so much time in the dark room. Te amor, Lonnie. Girl Scout, the band formerly known as Cub Scout. Set list. Role model, authority, main squeeze, telling stories, instruction, first mates, what? I don't... What?
Todd's band lost their singer. Todd said he sucked. Lonnie said he got sick of Todd's shit, and he was complaining about needing a new singer. So Lonnie was like, I can sing. And they were all kind of like, you can? And she was like, probably. But she's been rehearsing with them for like a week now. And I finally got to see them play in Todd's basement today. And she's actually really amazing. I feel so proud when she's on stage. It's incredible being in awe of someone you love. So everybody knows it's like a temporary situation till she ships out in June. But till then, I'm gonna be at every single show.
Okay, so in the previous video, we saw a picture of a woman in a military uniform, so I guess that was Lonnie DeSoto. So she went into the army. Into the darkness. Oh, well, there's a light. First floor plan. Does it match? I don't know. I haven't been to the other side of the house yet. I don't like this. I really don't like this. I guess there's nothing here. Orders this month. 2 cases of brandy, 2 of rum, and 1 barrel of whiskey. Governor remains very pleased with enforcement in Boone County. Believe this arrangement should hold for some time. WR. I have no idea how that relates to anything. Wait. Oh, look at this. Terry, I believe, is the husband, or Caitlin's father, Caitlin and Samantha's father. huh? Oh, hell. I saw that little shadow thing and thought it was a person for a second. Costumes, skeletons and devils, cheerleaders from the Smells Like Teen Spirit video, one girl dressed as Jackie Kennedy. Oh, it's torn apart for some reason. The Psycho House Girl, the coolest stuff about being the Psycho House Girl. Cool thing number one, everybody in the hall thinking you don't know they're looking at you and whispering as you walk past because I guess they haven't heard of Peripheral. That's a lie to mom and dad's situation, but it was so worth it. The girls on stage were just so loud. Oh, this is from one of the journal entries that we heard. Woman Outlaws. Goodfellow Senior High School. Dear Miss Greenbrier, I appreciate the time and effort you put into writing your letter. It showed initiative and was well written, but it does not change my mind on this matter. While I understand that Miss DeSoto is a friend of yours, the fact of the matter is that she defaced school property with profanity. The fact that she allegedly defaced her own locker in retaliation for another student doing the same to yours is immaterial. As to your complaint that no other student has been punished for their part in this incident, the fact is that no guilty party has come forward, and there has been no convincing evidence as to who might have defaced your locker. In other words, there is no one to punish. I would suggest letting this issue drop, as it will only bring more unwanted attention on yourself, which I believe is what you claim began this whole incident in the first place. That sucks.
I don't get Lonnie sometimes. Like, her band, and our zine, and her hair, and everything are all anti-authority. But I watch her in JROTC, and she's doing drills in perfect formation, following orders, no question. And there's all this stuff in the news about don't ask, don't tell. Like, she's going to join the army and then have to lie about who she is. She said they don't need to know what they don't need to know. Like it was no big deal. This from the girl who trashed her locker to, like, defend my honor. I've learned when to stop arguing, though. I don't think Lonnie even gets Lonnie sometimes.
Kicking against the patriarchy. Captain A and Revolution Girl. Revolution Girl. So I guess that's supposed to be Samantha and Lonnie. Fun. I guess that's all that's in here. What's this? Girl Justice Now. And here we are somewhere. Oh, we're over here. Cool. En español. Guardian angels above, bless this house with lots of love. Why are the lights flickering? I should clean up after myself. Hey Lonnie, sorry my mom was such a bitch last night. She's hardly ever around since her forest is like an hour away, and then when she is home she takes it out on you. Like because you're not a member of the family, she knows you won't call her on it, and I'm sorry. Haha, it's okay, I know. She's just jealous of our cool and freewheeling lifestyles. I feel kinda sorry for you. I'm lucky my mom lives in Florida. You have to have a mom every day. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up the mom thing like that. I know, I shouldn't complain. No, I'm being serious. My mom is a psycho Christian, and her new husband, Don, is a complete tool. Living in Florida with him is her eternal punishment in my mind. So, you wouldn't rather live with your mom in Florida? What is that? Oh, it's an N and an O. Offer of promotion. Due to your and this is to the mother, I believe. Yeah. Due to your exemplary management of the Flintlock prescribed burn operation last year and the services needed for experienced personnel to direct regional operations, we would like to offer you the position of Regional Conservation Management Director, responsible for operations throughout northwestern Oregon. Your assistance would be sought to fill your previous position on site at the Flintlock National Forest. Your new posting would be at the Regional Management Building located at 128 Bullhorn Road, which should be much more convenient for your daily commute. Please respond as soon as possible regarding your decision. We very much look forward to your reply. Froth, music and culture. Tincture, Poughkeepsie's Teenagers of the Year, Guided by Voices, Medicine. Okay, I have no idea what that was about. National tickets. 101.9 Kink FM presents Earth, Wind, and Fire. Keller Auditorium. I heard what sounded like a footstep over there. Salon Josephine, Jan Greenbrier. Okay. She got a shampoo, whatever. Probably to meet with Ranger Rick. Sam, this skull was the coolest thing I found in Mexico, and it was like $3 American. I love it. Merry Christmas. Miss you, L. P.S. Treasure it always. Skull, huh? It's Vatican City. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. The Vatican is weird. As you can see, the Catholic Church still had a lot of money left over from the Middle Ages. I've gotten to see all of the art, including the Sistine Chapel, ceiling, and the sculptures by Michelangelo, Donatello, and the rest of the Ninja Turtles. Mom, we'll have to come back together. I would love to be here with someone who really appreciates the history behind everything. Also, Sam, they have various relics, as in pieces of important dead people, so you should probably come too. Next stop, Barcelona. Calm down, Dad. I won't get gored by a bull. Probably. Love, Katie. Okay. Disciplinary referral for Samantha. Distributing inappropriate materials on school grounds. Phone call to students' parents, out of school suspension. Sam, since you refused to hear us out this afternoon, your mother and I are putting this in writing so that we are absolutely clear. Not a big fan of Dad's handwriting. You are grounded for the rest of the month from social and telephone privileges and from using your car for anything except going to and from school. We understand what you're going through, but we can't allow you to continue with this kind of behavior at school. And clearly, once your privileges are reinstated, we can't allow you to have your bedroom door closed while Lonnie is at the house. This is the last word on the matter. Get back on course so this won't have to happen again.
I had an interesting talk with Mom and Dad tonight. One you were never gonna need to have. I mean, you've known, right? I've known. I've known since, like, She-Ra. Mom and Dad didn't, I guess. But they saw the zine and the stuff on the locker, and they were like, is there something we should know about you and Lonnie? And so here's the thing. I was prepared for them to be mad, or disappointed, or start crying, or something. But they were just in denial. You're too young to know what you want. You and Lonnie are just good friends. You just haven't met the right boy. It's a phase. That's what I didn't see coming. That they wouldn't even respect me enough to believe me. Well, joke's on them, because they're in for one very long phase.
Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, this is painful to read. It looks pretty, not fun to read. Just say no to cursive, people. Alright, so this is another note from Carol. It looks like Janice got the promotion and accepted it, I guess. And it's talking about Ranger Rick. They haven't done anything yet, but it sounds like she wants to. Okay. We're living in a soap opera. The Accidental Warrior. Don't give up on this, honey. By Terrence L. Greenbrier. So that is Dad. And I can't open it and read it. The Gits. Okay.
Daniel finally came over to get his game. I'd been dreading it. But he brought this story with him that I wrote when we were little. I started reading it, and then there I was, crying at the kitchen table. He asked what was wrong, and I was thinking about how we used to be friends, how much I'd taken for granted. But instead, I told him about school, and Dad, and Lonnie. And then how sorry I was that I wasn't his friend anymore. He gave me a hug and said it was going to be okay. For some reason, I almost believed him.
Okay, sorry for putting that note down so quickly. I was intending to shut off the music and read it. Samantha and Daniel were in the woods one day. It was sunny and they were on an adventure, but they went to the bad part of the woods and it got dark. Daniel said, "Are you scarred?" Scared, I assume. Samantha said, "No, are you?" And went... Obviously, this is a kid's writing. Went to the bad part and then went to a part that they're never there before, and then there was a ship. A pirate ship. She's really obsessed with this pirate ship story. On a Ashen's... What? Daniel said... Okay, we'll just look at the picture. Who's Daniel? I don't know who Daniel is. Nailed it. Mr. and Mrs. Jonathan Blair request the honor of your presence at the marriage of their daughter, Helen Margaret, to Mr. Richard Morris Hattermock. That's Ranger Rick. Sunday, the 4th of June, 1995, at 4:30 o'clock in the afternoon. Sunset Lutheran Church, Seaside, Oregon. Sam's schedule working at Crown Burger on Bethel Road, blah, blah, blah. And the plates don't break. Those are some good plates. Okay. It's kind of stuck. Oh well. Lots of food. It's all well and good. Rick's wedding, anniversary trip, charity week pickup, forest, what's that say? Forest loop trip, something, hike event, something like that. Nothing important. The Accidental Pariah. Dear Mr. Greenbrier, first let me say that I hope this missive finds you well. Hell, it feels like a goddamn miracle that it finds you at all. Do you know how long we've been trying to track you down? Worry not, we aren't the feds, the men in black, or any other sort of creeping fascist hobgoblins. In fact, we're on your side. Let me start from the beginning. What? Unknown Dimension is what you might call a socialist publishing or a specialist publishing house. We traffic in the weird, the ahead of its time, the lost but not forgotten by a small but dedicated group of plugged-in bibliophiles type of out-there mass-market shunning visionary expression that refuses to be taken on anything but its own terms. That was a mouthful. We've had an unparalleled run since our inception 4 years ago, unearthing and reviving Christ or zombie-like timeless works such as N.N. Bestman's Message of the Snake Man, It's Inside Me by Jens Keller, and M.L. Krieger's oft-banned Venusian Flesh Traders. But ever since we discovered tattered copies of your Accidental series at a church rummage sale in Long Branch, New Jersey, we've been trying to track down the author of this weird and dark American outsider art. It's just the kind of forgotten portal into 20th century civilization's anxieties and delusions that our readers lose their minds over. James Bond and Harrison Ford might be the dick-swinging heroes of that modern suburban America wants, but John Russell, mild-mannered insurance agent by day, reckless history-revising sociopath by night, is the twisted peacekeeper that it deserves. It is our mission to bring him back to life. Okay, so I've typed plenty. What do we want from you? We want your permission to reprint the work, since your original publisher, Mercury Books, folded a decade ago. We want you to supply a new foreword for the books, to appear in brand new editions of The Accidental Savior and The Accidental Pariah, to be produced by Unknown Dimension as a limited run and marketed directly to our highly discerning customer base. And we want to offer you a portion of the proceeds, contract to follow, assuming you're interested in coming along with us on this weird odyssey. We look forward to embarking with you and to thrusting your work screaming back into the sweating palms of an unsuspecting American public. It's about time. Blast off. From Medish Kaczynski, publisher. Interesting. Sam, your mother and I will be away for a long weekend celebrating our anniversary, June 3rd through 7th. We will be camping in the gorge, but we will give you a call on the way home. Sorry, the kitchen is still mid-renovation. Never trust a contractor. $40 is on the table to order pizza while we're gone. Be good, Dad. Ask me about clown combos. So now what should I... Oh, there's the attic, but it's locked. How do I unlock the attic? There has to be something around here to get into the attic. Have I gone everywhere? Looks like I might have gone everywhere. Is there something else down here? Let's see. Oh, this is where I came from. Whoops. Whoops. Hi, Mom, Dad, and Sam. I've had a wonderful time on the beaches of Barcelona. Dad and Sam, I think you would like the gaudy architecture. It is from a strange alien world. I am headed to my final destination, Amsterdam. For how long? That depends. I'm running low on money. I'll look for a cheap standby ticket and call you when I'm headed home. Sorry for the short notice. Can't wait to see you all again. It'll be good to be home. Booted out. Girl Scout. Last show ever. Going away show for Lonnie D. All ages.
Lonnie had her going away show with her band tonight. She's so incredible on stage. And she was singing, I could practically forget everything. That we only had 48 hours left. That I don't know what comes next. That I can't live without her. Then she dedicated the last song to me. And I couldn't take it. I was out on the curb in the alley, sobbing till my ribs hurt. I would follow her anywhere, Katie. But I can't. Where she's going. After a long time, she found me. She said she was sorry. She said, I wish things could be different. I just wanted to make you happy. I said, I don't think you can anymore.
That's sad. Home Cook Magazine. Nothing there. What about here? Oh, a greenhouse. Dear Kaz. Who's Kaz? I can't tell you what a joy it is to see John Russell back in print. Thank you. Oh, it's the crazy guy, right? The publisher. Thank you very much for typo for sending along copies of the new editions. The cover art is really something. I know you've said that Unknown Dimension isn't in the business of printing new material, but this revived interest in my work has brought on a wave of inspiration, resulting in a manuscript that completes John Russell's journey, which I think you may find intriguing. It is reflective and introspective, without forgetting the excitement and weirdness that Unknown Dimension readers expect. I hope this might be an exciting new direction for Unknown Dimension to pursue. At the very least, I am grateful that John Russell's adventures didn't come to an end quite when I thought they had. My thanks and regards, Terrence L. Greenbrier. The accidental human, huh? Cover copy. It's been almost 20 years since John Russell heard the call. Twice he saved the president's life. He's practically forgotten the days of the future, of danger and excitement, the days where he mattered. So when that familiar rip in time opens in front of him and his handlers peer out, he doesn't hesitate. Is the president in danger? No. The life you have to save this time will be your own. Okay. Where will do it? Secret door. Understairs. Midnight, June 5. Final preparations are...
We agreed our last night together would be our happiest ever. And we'd forget tomorrow was going to come at all. It worked for a while. We had a good time seeing Oscar off. Then ran up to the attic to look through our photos. To find one for Lonnie to take with her. And looking at them, I realized they were all in the past. and there wouldn't be any more. And I didn't know what I was going to do. And I cried. And she held me. She said she knew it was hard, but life would move on. I said I didn't want my life to keep moving without her. That's when she cried too. I was so exhausted. I must have fallen asleep like that, in her arms. In the morning, I woke up, and I was finally alone.
It was a sad story, then a happy story, and then a sad story again. And I can't go out there. So it looks like we've pretty much explored the entire house except for whatever is here and the attic. So let's go back. So many secret passages. What? That's what they were doing for the last time? I thought they were, being intimate. Possession and exorcism. There's the attic key. Oscar. Huh. I don't have a lighter, else I'd light the candles.
The sunset light in this house is the saddest thing I've ever seen. I just want to sleep. When I'm in the attic, it almost feels like Lonnie could still be here. She's just downstairs. I'm just waiting to hear her pull down the hatch and come running up. Maybe I'll go up to the attic and wait.
I do not like where this is going. I do not like where this is going at all. Well, presumably this is the last room of the house we haven't explored, so let's go in. Oh, what's this? Sam, I'll always remember what we had. Stay strong, kick ass. I love you, Lonnie.
Oh my God. Katie, I fell asleep in the attic, in Lonnie in my old spot, and I missed the first 2 calls. I just barely caught the 3rd one before the machine got it. And it was Lonnie, on a payphone. She'd been on the bus to Basic, and she said she couldn't think of anything but me and us. and that she couldn't go through with it, with the army and being apart and all of it. And so she got off the bus in Salem. She said, "Sam, I want you to pack up everything you can and get in your car and come find me. And let's just drive until we find somewhere for us." And she asked me if I could do that. And I said yes. Yes.
Oh, things are looking up. I was completely expecting to see, like, Samantha up here hanging from a rope or something. That is totally what I thought was going to happen. Just paper. More paper. Alright. I think this is the end. There doesn't seem to be anything else to do but read letters to Katie.
Katie, I'm so sorry that I can't be there to see you in person, that I can't tell you all this myself. But I hope as you read this journal and you think back, that you'll understand why I had to do what I did. And that you won't be sad, and you won't hate me, and you'll just know that I am where I need to be. I love you so much, Katie. I'll see you again someday. Love,